I'm going to give you 3 keys to not only losing weight, but keeping it off, ending emotional and stress eating. Yes. What are these keys? Now, this is for anyone. Women, women, if it's for you, I'm going to share with you how you can definitely end the cravings, lose weight, and keep it off. So lose weight, keep it off easier without dieting or depriving yourself, even if you work 12-hour shifts, even if you've tried everything, even if you feel like right now, feel like giving up. How many of you can relate to that one? That was so me. I might as well just give up because nothing was working, or it would work, but then I would always inevitably gain the weight back again. So here's what you can expect tonight. This is not your typical masterclass. No, no, no. And I'll explain why in a moment. It'll be about an hour of practical content. Yes, 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 practical content. I'll show you the top 4 mistakes likely holding you back from seeing results, but not only seeing results, but seeing permanent results. I will reveal the 3 key pieces to get to help you to get to your optimal healthy weight for your body. So you can lose the weight, keep it off, and end emotional and stress eating. Yes, 3 key pieces. Because I always felt like there's always something missing with the dieting. So I'm curious, and whether you're watching live or the replay, I'm curious how many of you are here tonight or watching the replay because you're like, oh, I'm just kind of curious. What are the keys to losing weight and keeping it off? Let me know in the comments below. Or maybe how many of you have been on diets and you've just not been able to see permanent results? Maybe you're like me and you keep gaining the weight back. That was so me, by the way. I'm curious, let me know. So what would it feel like if you had an easy way of eating where you can still eat what you want to eat, but you're maintaining a positive sense of being in control? Let me know. What would it feel like? And what would it feel like to have a body and energy transformation using practical methods that you can easily do no matter how busy you are, that won't take away from the precious time that you currently have? What would that feel like? And how would you feel to no longer count points, track calories, weigh your food, or worry about if certain foods will cause you to gain weight? How would it feel? I can tell you, back in my dieting days, I'd be like, freedom! What? Freedom, being 100 with you. Yeah. Tina says she's curious. And what if you were able to do all of this without ever giving up your favorite foods, depriving yourself, or going on yet another diet? And I'm curious, what would that be worth to you? Dina's chiming in. She's saying it would feel amazing. Yeah, that's how I was. I'd be like, show me the money, right? How can we do this? Back in my dieting days, be like, show me the money. I want that. Let me tell you, it is possible. These are just a few of the women who have worked with me. Nancy lost 15 pounds. Kathy lost 9 pounds. Danielle lost 25 pounds. Brandy lost 7 pounds. Susie lost 9 pounds. And April was able to conceive and have a baby because she was struggling with infertility. And her baby boy is he's almost a year old now. Oh, so excited. So excited. Yeah, and more and more. And you'll hear a little bit more about some of these in a little bit. So who this masterclass is for, if you work in healthcare, this is for you. If you struggle with keeping the excess weight off, this is for you. If you are tired of dieting, girl, this is for you. If you struggle with emotional or stress eating, this is for you. If you're busy and stressed and want to easily kick that stress eating to the curb without it stressing you out more, if you can get what I'm putting down, this is for you. If you've ever been freaked out by the thought of starting yet another diet and wondering if this one will work and what if it doesn't work, and you just want simple ways to get to your optimal healthy weight, this is for you. And if you're ready to finally get this eating thing handled so you can allow your best self to shine, this is for you. Who it's not for. And if it's not for you, that's totally cool. This is not for someone who is looking for a quick fix. It's not for someone who is not willing to put in the work. These are simple and easy, but you still got to implement and put in the work. This is not for someone looking to just how to count calories and exercise more. This is not your typical diet. And this is not for someone who wants to just do nothing and lose weight. There's no push button stuff here. There might be a little bit of an easy button, but it's not automatic. So if you're not familiar with me, I am Pamela Pedrick. I am a registered nurse and I'm also a certified health coach. I am a writer for healthinsiders.com. It's a health and wellness website. And what I love about them is they always have physicians who verify that what you're writing is real and that you're not spreading fake news. I am the featured experts on Lose Weight Now in Amazon's #1 international best-selling book, The One Thing Every Mom Needs to Know. And I have the amazing opportunity to support women who work in healthcare, to support women who are busy, in helping them get to their optimal healthy weight for their body without dieting, without depriving themselves, but also along the way to help them love themselves in a way that they haven't been doing for years, and to help them to see that their body is not the enemy and that we can actually, the body and self can work together. But see, my life has not been this way all the time, because back as early as 2013, I was at my highest weight ever. I had been dieting for years. It started my freshman year in college when instead of gaining the freshman 15, I gained the freshman 25. And therein started my first hardcore diet, eat fewer calories and moving more. Yet I did see results. I lost some weight, right? Because I was moving more and I was eating fewer calories. But that started my whole gain the weight back, try to lose it again, gain the weight back, try to lose it again. And it felt like with every diet I was on, I kept thinking there's something missing. What is the reason why I keep gaining this weight back? What's going on? And with every diet I started, I was hoping, well, maybe this will give me the answer. Maybe I'll understand why I can't keep the weight off. Because even when I went back to programs where I lost the weight and tried to implement that program again, I'm like, there's still a missing component because I'm not seeing the results that I saw last time I was on this program. Can anyone relate to that one? Done lots of dieting. You name it, I most likely have done it. And see, back in 2013, when I was at my highest weight ever, I was a binge eater. I binge ate all weekend long. And I called myself a closeted binge eater because I was by myself alone in my house when I did all my binge eating. And see, I had an unwritten rule that, unbeknownst to me, all of my binge food had to be eaten up by Monday because I didn't want to feel like crap during the work week. And I remember specifically, it was a birthday. My birthday's January 4th, and we had the whole Thanksgiving, Christmas festivities. And trust me, I ate well and good, the whole binge fest, all 2 months long, and then into my birthday week. And I had a great birthday dinner with family and friends, and I had, the dessert and the birthday cake. And as I came home, I proceeded to get the whole box of leftover cake, sit on my green couch, and watch a chick flick, a romantic comedy. This is a movie I'd seen multiple times because that was my favorite. And as I was eating the whole rest of the birthday cake with my cat Judah on my left, my black cat, and my cat Zacchaeus on my right, there came a point in the movie where the protagonist, who is overweight, decides, I'm going to get healthy, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to, move more. And you're seeing the whole montage of what she's doing, and you hear the music in the background. And I literally, with my fist in the air, go, "You go, girl." And I literally paused. And I thought to myself, well, where is my "you go, girl" moment? I've just had another birthday. I'm heading into my 30s. Like and then pretty soon be my 40s. Like, where is this going to be my life? Is, coming home, just eating and eating. And even though I wasn't a purger, sometimes I would eat so much, I would actually make myself sick. Like, is this going to be my life? What am I going to do to break this cycle of dieting? Because at this point, I was done with dieting. I'm like, forget it. I'm done. I give up. Does anyone relate to that one? Like, I just give up. This is how my life is going to be the rest of my life. And see, because I felt like such a failure, because as a registered nurse, even the medical community tells you to eat fewer calories and move more. Trust me, been there, done that. And I felt like such a huge failure. And I felt such shame as well that I slowly was withdrawing from friends, from family, and I got to the point where I just sit at home and just watch TV and binge eat because I felt so uncomfortable. And let me just throw the word out, because I truly did. I felt disgusted in my body. I was at the point where let me go buy another size up clothing, like bigger sizes. And I felt very uncomfortable on the beach. And I live in Florida, we've got beaches. And that was just the worst thing for me. So as I'm researching and I'm like really putting the rubber to the road, let me just research this. I'm a research person. I love to look into things, find out what is going on, because there's a statistic out there that says 95% of women who lose weight gain it back within 6 months or less. I thought, well, that was me. I'm that statistic. But what's going on with the 5% that they're actually keeping the weight off and not dealing with the gaining the weight back? So as I looked into, I actually stumbled across someone who was a health coach. And what they said was, we're not going to give you a list of foods to eat and a list of foods not to eat, because we don't know what's going to work for your body, but we're going to help you to know what you need to eat for your body. We're also going to help you manage your stress, manage your sleep. And they asked me, how's your stress? I'm like, girl, I work in a very busy ER. I'm stressed out all the time. How's your sleep? I was like, maybe 3 hours a night after that. And she said, all of this affects your health and your weight. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And when she said, we're not going to give you a list of foods to eat, a list of foods not to eat, I'm like, oh, girl, sign me up. Like, how does this work? And see, during the course of my journey, working with my coach, who was my cheerleader and who believed in me when I didn't believe in myself, because I wanted that quick fix. I still had that mentality when I started with her. I learned along the way to love my body at its present size, because even when I was at my lowest weight, I still did not love myself or my body. I learned what foods I needed to eat for my body. I learned to work with my body and not against it. I learned that I needed to manage my stress, because I wasn't doing a whole heck of a lot of good dealing with that. I need to sleep better. And there are other things in my whole life recipe that I needed to address that I didn't realize. I thought, okay, this works. I love it. But see, I was losing weight, loved it. I was slowly stopping the binge eating. And I remember there were some times when I thought, I binge eat again this weekend. Like, what? Why can I break this cycle? And she would ask me, what did you eat? And I would list it, And she would say, do you realize you're not eating nearly as much as you normally would have eaten? Celebrate that. I was like, oh, really? So having that support, having that accountability was such a huge game changer for me. And as a result, my own journey, I'm like, if I'm feeling this way as a nurse, feeling like a failure, being disgusted with my body, and hearing still in the medical community, even till this day, you need to eat fewer calories and move more. Been there, done that. I'm like, I know there are plenty of women out there who were in my shoes as well, who are trying to lose weight, trying to get healthy, but they're stuck in the diet mentality because that's what all you hear. So as a result, I'm like, I want to be a health coach because I want to help women get out of this rut that I was in. Because I'm like, I know this needs to be addressed. We need to get to the front side of this. So I'm here to tell you that you too can have your You Go Girl movement, whatever that is for you, whether it's to get back into your skinny jeans and no longer have to live in your yoga pants or your scrub pants, whether it's to feel comfortable in your skin on the beach for the first time in years, whether it's, hey, to get that, to ask for that promotion at work or to go for that, or maybe potentially there's something that you've kind of put on the back burner, a dream, a vision that you have for yourself in your life. I'm here to tell you that you too can have your you go girl moments. And so I'm so excited that you're here tonight or watching the replay because I know how life changing it was for me. And I know how life changing it is for my clients to let you know that you too can have your you go girl moment. So, first off, I just want to preface this is my motto. You and your body are unique. You have to find what's going to work for your unique body. And diets don't work long term. They might give you some results and you might even be at your lowest weight ever. But once again, that statistic 95% of women who diet gain the weight back within 6 months or less. And we usually gain more fat because with diets, you lose bone and muscle mass. And this is my motto too. You are not one dimensional. So why choose a program that only deals with one aspect of you and your life, AKA merely focusing on the foods that you are eating? And yes, we did that this week with the what to eat, challenge because many women I find are stuck on what to eat. Do I do keto? Do I do paleo? But I'm here to tell you that is just one part of the whole weight loss equation. And unfortunately, diet gurus and weight loss programs, many of them only focus on the food and they don't help you with other things that are going on in your life with your own life recipe. Here are some common mistakes that you are potentially making. First off, dieting. Depriving yourself. Yeah, it's no fun, right? You're depriving yourself. Not eating for your personal body. Unfortunately, there are a lot of programs that tell you you need to eat this way. But I'm here to tell you, been there, done that, researched it. What works for those women may not necessarily be what works for you as far as what foods your body wants you to eat for nourishment. No support or accountability. Thinking working out will solve it all. That was me too back in the day. I'll just work out more because I just ate that donut. Doing programs that don't show you how to keep the weight off. I see this with every single woman I've worked with. They've been on multiple programs. And I ask them, those programs, do they ever show you or tell you how to keep the weight off? Do they have a maintenance program? Some of them do, but they don't really give you the tools and strategies that you need to keep the weight off. And this one right here is huge, not addressing your whole life recipe, your hormones, your stress, your sleep, the core or root reasons for weight regain, your body legacy, and your self-sabotage. And we're going to go into a little bit more in depth. So the mistake number one, dieting. We have been programmed, you have been programmed to believe that dieting is what's going to get you the results that you want. And you may even get to the lowest weight you've ever been. But once again, are you in that 95% category where you're gaining the weight back within 6 months or less? Because they don't give you a long-term solution. And I know with me, with my dieting days, I kept thinking, am I going to have to eat this way for the rest of my life? Am I going to have to go to the specialty food store, eat foods that I really don't like for the rest of my life in order to keep this off? Can you relate to that? I'm curious. Can you relate to that one? Foods are labeled as good or bad, like with the whole list, foods to eat and foods not to eat. You've got your list of good foods, then you have your list of bad foods. And what happens when you eat food that's on the bad list? Oh my goodness, makes you feel bad, right? I know for me. And that can start a whole downward spiral, especially if you felt like a failure, especially if you have any of the mindset. For me, I had really huge self-loathing as well as a result of my weight. Yeah, and that can hold a huge downward spiral. Diets only address what you eat. They might address movement, like you need to move more, but most of the programs out there, they give you a certain eating plan. And they tell you this is what's going to help you to lose weight. Once again, you might see results, but is it going to be something that's going to help you keep the weight off? And of course, a lot of them, they focus on certain foods and eliminating other food groups. And your body just might not work best on that eating plan. And your body might need more calories, especially with those calorie apps. If you tell them, I want to lose this much weight by this much, and they tell you, okay, you need to eat like 1,200 calories. I'm just giving that as an example because any app that I use online, whatnot, it told me I needed to eat 1,200 calories a day. But they didn't really address the types of calories I was consuming because I was a big sugar addict back in the day. And I'm here to tell you a calorie isn't just a calorie. Sugar calories actually work different on our body compared to calories from our protein, from our healthy fats, our vegetable calories, and even our fruit calories as well. And we've been 30 plus years of the dieting mentality, low fat, fat free specifically. And those foods actually have sugar in it, and especially the fat-free ones have more added sugar in it. And so we as a nation, probably mostly worldwide, well, countries like the US, we've been 30 plus years of eating these foods, and yet we're at our highest weight as a nation. And obesity is on the rise in our pediatric population. Sugar is a huge, huge issue when it comes to losing weight and keeping it off. And so for this week, if you participated in the challenge, one of the days we actually addressed the sugar, how much sugar you are consuming. And the American Heart Association recommends for women only 25 grams of sugar, which is about 4 teaspoons of sugar, of added sugar a day. You can eat that in one meal. As I was reading the post, and Tanika was like, I had that in one meal. Yeah, and we're eating a lot of sugar. Mistake number 2, depriving yourself, because eliminating complete food groups actually causes self-sabotage, especially if your body's been used to eating those types of foods. Our bodies can actually be like a little toddler, where if you completely all of a sudden eliminate certain food groups, your body's like, no, but I want it. Yeah. It also creates what I call FOMO, or fear of missing out, especially if you go out to dinner, family and friends, and they're eating all the foods that you can't eat because it's on the do not eat list or the bad food list. And you're seeing them with the food that is on your to eat list. Yeah, it causes FOMO. It's like, okay, everyone else. And for me, I felt like everyone else is having more fun than me, is what it came down to. I'm like, I'm missing out on something. And also, what happens is you go through this whole stressful process of, I can't eat that. It's not on the list. But what if I just take one bite? Okay, but I really shouldn't be eating that. I had too much yesterday. And it can actually, a little bit can turn into a whole weekend or a week-long cheat fest. And then once again, the whole emotional component and mindset component comes in because, oh man, I feel like a failure. I just ate so much food and it's on my do not eat list. Yeah, as I said, it causes additional stress, and then stress affects your weight as well. There's a whole, can anyone relate to this? Like, I shouldn't eat that, but it's here. And of course, all your friends are eating that food. Let me just give you an example. When your friend brings in donuts or cake or some baked goods to work, and you're like, no, I really shouldn't eat that. I'm on a diet. I can't, it's on my do not eat list. And then everyone's sitting there, standing there eating and having a good time. You're trying to stay away from it. And then you pass by it again and you think, well, just one more bite. And like, oh, that was really good. Let me eat like half of it. Oh, that was really good. Let me eat the whole thing. Yeah. And it can snowball. So depriving yourself can cause a whole huge snowballing effect. Mistake number 3, not eating for your body. Once again, not every diet, or I like to call it eating plan, is right for your body. No matter what the gurus say. Your body may actually work better with more healthy fats or with more plant-based carbohydrates or plant-based proteins, your veggies and your fruits, or more protein in general. Yeah, so you got to find the sweet spot of what's going to work. That's why keto doesn't work for everyone because not everyone's body can work with a higher healthy fats. That's me personally. I don't do well with eating more healthy fats. Mine is moderate healthy fats and more protein. That's how my body works. Mistake number 4, dismissing the whole you. This right here, out of all of them, is huge because weight loss is your hormones, it's your stress, it's your sleep, it's your core or what I call root reasons for weight regain. Why can't you keep the weight off? Your body legacy. This is huge as well. What legacy has the women in your family given you? Was your mom a hardcore dieter who stressed a lot about gaining weight? And now you, when a pound or two creeps on, you're stressing about, oh my goodness, I'm gaining the weight back. Yeah, by the way, that was me. That's my legacy. And not saying it to diss on the women in your life, but just you have to have an understanding of what started this whole weight gain in the first place. And body legacy is a huge component of this. Your programming, the diet industry has programmed us to believe that we need to eat fewer calories and to move more. Your body actually might work better with more calories, but it's the specific type of calorie that your body really needs. Your self sabotage. Yes, we do that all the time. We self sabotage ourselves. That scenario I gave you before about let me eat the food. I'm not going to eat the food, but let me just have one more bite. And there's something underneath that's causing that self sabotage as well. Your self limiting beliefs. Maybe you feel like you don't deserve to get to your optimal healthy weight for your body. Maybe you just believe that your body's just designed to be that weight or to not feel healthy in your body. It's also how you view your body. I had one client who said when she worked with me, I am now seeing that my body is not the enemy. My body and I can work together to get to our optimal healthy weight. So once again, you and your body are unique. Your whole life affects your weight and your health. So that's why I created the 3-pillar personalized weight loss method. Pillar 1 is rebalancing and stabilizing the hunger and fat burning hormones. And specifically, we look at your whole life recipe. What's going on in your life that's causing your stress, that's causing you to not sleep well, as well as other items. Specifically, stress in all areas of your life. Stress at work, stress at home. And I'm not saying all stress is bad because, hey, you love your kids, you love your pets, but they can cause a little bit of stress in life, right? So we need to have healthy ways of dealing with those stresses in our life because it increases our cortisol levels, which, by the way, we are post, 2020 of last year, many of us women, our cortisol levels, because they were so high and stayed high, some of us for like the whole year of last year, just about. That's one reason why, if you're trying to lose that quarantine weight, it might be a little bit more difficult this time around because our cortisol levels have been high as a result of the whole pandemic quarantine from last year. And it affects our human growth hormone. Did you know that human growth hormone is actually a fat burning hormone? It's an anti-aging hormone, so that when our cortisol levels are high, our human growth hormone naturally decreases. It gets used up. And so therein lies a reason why you might not be able to lose weight or lose as much as you had been able to in the past. We have to look at stress in all areas of life and put strategies in place to deal with it so you can lower your cortisol and increase your human growth hormone. Sleep affects these 4 hormones: ghrelin, leptin, human growth hormone as well, and cortisol. So if you're stressed and stress affects our sleep and you're not sleeping, you're like double whammied with this because once again, human growth hormone and cortisol is affected. These first two hormones you might not be familiar with. Ghrelin is the hunger hormone. Think of the word growl. It makes you hungry. Leptin is the opposite. It's our appetite suppressant hormone. So when we don't sleep well, when we don't get specifically into that deep sleep, our ghrelin increases and our leptin decreases. So the next day, you end up eating a lot more high calorie foods, specifically high sugary foods, and gravitating to caffeine. And if you drink too much caffeine, that can start cravings and that can cause a whole kind of downward spiral. And then once again, it decreases our human growth hormone, it increases our cortisol. Here are the benefits and results of addressing the stress and the sleep. You end the emotional and stress eating. You're actually able to burn the excess fat. You're digesting your food better, which many women don't realize. Digesting your food is also a huge component to weight loss because you're able to stop storing fats when you're able to digest your food better. And stress prevents your body from digesting your food. And also GI issues. You can end bloating and other GI distress. Gut health specifically is in the past 5 years has been really coming to the forefront. You might be seeing it on social media, Facebook, Instagram. And once again, stop storing fat, but also release the excess fat. You can double your energy and focus. Get rid of that brain fog. Have energy at the end of your day. Have energy at that 3 o'clock time, which typically for many women tends to be the time where their energy really plummets. Help you to stop eating junk food. Also to make healthier choices that are in alignment with the results that you want. Stop the cravings. Notice I put that in all caps. Stop the cravings. And get over weight loss plateaus. Yeah, had a client who was on a huge weight loss plateau, actually came to me from a very popular program that you always hear about on TV. She's like, I'm doing the same thing over and over again, and I can't get over the weight loss plateau. I've been following the program to a T. She started working with me. She lost 5 pounds in like the first week because that program didn't address with this core pillar right here. So 7 pounds down without dieting. This is one of my graduates from my program, Beyond the Fork Real Deal Weight Loss. This is Brandy. She came to me. The first thing she said is, I'm a sugar addict. And she says, I can't stop eating sugar. It affected her weight. It affected her energy. And with working with me and covering this pillar here, because she didn't want it. She's like, don't tell me what to eat, what not to eat. I'm like, totally cool. Not a problem. She said, I've been on many programs. So told me what to eat, what not to eat. I'm burned out on that. Just help me with the sugar without telling me what to eat. I'm like, totally cool. Because her thing was stress. She was very stressed out. She had a very stressful job because she is a licensed clinical social worker. And the stress was affecting her sleep. Those two things, she was able to easily lose 7 pounds without dieting, without being told what to eat and what not to eat. Pillar number 2, you need a customized eating and movement plan. So customized eating plan, we kind of was doing that this week with the challenge. You listening to your body and figuring out what you need to eat for your body. We even went down to what specific types of protein, plant-based versus animal-based protein, in the handout that you got on day 2. So you're able to find out what protein works best for you. And also, what are your power foods and pleasure foods? I reframe the bad foods and good foods into pleasure foods and power foods. There are no bad foods. I call them pleasure foods. So you get to know what are your power foods, foods that give you energy, foods that help you to burn fat, foods that help you to release the excess fat, get your energy back, and feel healthy in your body. And also, you need to move your body with movement that you love and will do, right? If you want to work out in the gym and you like it, awesome, totally cool. But there are many women, and you might be one, who you really don't like to work out in the gym. Like working out 45 minutes to an hour is just not your jam. Totally cool. I can relate to that one, by the way. But yet we still need to move our bodies for our our cardiovascular health, for our energy, just for overall health and wellness. So you need to find once in a while, we're customizing your movement plan so that you know find movement, and it can be anything. I've got a whole list of different ways to move your body. A couple of them might actually make you giggle like a schoolgirl. Pillar number 2, the benefits and results. Your personalized eating plan without dieting or being frustrated by not knowing what to eat or wondering if this food is going to make me gain weight. It puts your body in a fat burning mode. Your energy stays high throughout the day and your fat is not stored on your body. You move your body with movement you love and will do without working out, and it helps you to be more motivated and to stay consistent. You strengthen your body and you increase your energy. So this is another graduate. This is Nancy. She's a registered nurse. And she came to me. She's like, my joints ache all the time. She's like, I've gained some weight. But for her, she's like, it was causing her to not be able to bike, and she bikes the trails. She and her husband love to do that. It's their time as a couple, and they would go 15, 20 miles or more on the trail. She's like, I can't even go but maybe 5, 10 miles at that because my joints ache all the time. With working with me, we've actually found out that there was a lot of added sugar in the foods that she was eating that she just did not realize. And with getting her customized eating plan, she was able to lose 15 pounds. Her joints no longer ached. She and her husband were back out trail riding on the bikes. And she said, she's like, man, I was shocked at how much sugar I was consuming in just my everyday foods. Yeah, lots of sugar in our everyday foods. So pillar number 3, here's the core. Here is what I found was hugely missing from, and even to this day, I still ask the women who start working with me, does your program have a way to prevent the weight regain? All of them say no, they don't have it. Because we have to discover the reasons for the self-sabotage. There's a reason behind wanting to eat the sugar. And yes, it's physical, but it's also mindset and it's also emotional. So we got to understand what is your reason for self-sabotage so that you can master it. You have to learn your body legacy. That way you can understand and have a more positive body legacy to break that cycle. Maybe you have some young women in your family, maybe you have a daughter, maybe you have a niece. What's the legacy that you're leaving with the females in your family? Is your body legacy? Did you learn that, the only way to lose weight is through dieting? Did you see that in the women in your family, that they can't eat this, they have to watch the calories, stressing about just gaining 1 or 2 pounds? Yeah. Or it was a rough day, so we deserve to eat all of this ice cream. What's your body legacy? Once again, I'm not saying it to say the women that you might have seen this from are the issue, but it's to have a better understanding of the reasons why some of the behaviors that we have and we've taken with us can be a result of our body legacy, and create a new normal and a new body legacy. Uncover the roots of your weight regain. Maybe you've gone back to those old patterns of behaviors. What's the reason why? Because there's always a thought or an emotion before a behavior. And looking at with curiosity and creating a new normal, a new positive intention. You will get tools to maintain your optimal healthy weight. You got to have the tools for your toolkit. Yeah. And overcoming self-limiting beliefs. Maybe the self-sabotage is you believe you don't deserve it. Maybe you feel like you're just not enough. Maybe you feel like a failure. I'm curious if you've ever thought this when it comes to losing weight and keeping it off. Because I'm here to tell you, you are enough. You are not a failure. You can do this. It is possible. Mastering mindset, yes. Once again, there's a thought or an emotion mindset before a behavior. Pillar number 3, results and benefits. Stop the self-sabotage. Create a positive body image and legacy. Get your confidence back. Yes. Master a new, healthier way of coping, a new normal. End the emotional and stress eating, and using healthy tools to maintain your optimal healthy weight no matter what is going on in your life. Life is going to happen probably as soon as you get off watching, this master class. And when rubber meets the road, so to speak, and life is still going, and you've got, maybe there's chaos in your life, maybe there's stress in your life, maybe, there's unexpected trauma in your life, so that you have tools that you can pull out of your toolkit and utilize based on your life recipe at that time, what is going on in your life. Overcome those self-limiting beliefs. Yes. So this is another graduate of my program, Beyond the Fork, Real Deal Weight Loss. This is Danielle. She started working with me literally right before the national shutdown happened in 2020. And with working with me, she was able to lose 25 pounds. She was walking 10,000 steps a day, and see, her job was essential. She didn't stop working. And with the schools being closed, she had to help her kiddos with virtual schooling. So she was working overtime as well. So she's like, her stress was huge. And we helped working with her stress, helping her find her personal eating plan, which for her, she found that eating more protein worked best for her body. And she told me in session, I'm so happy I started working with you right before the quarantine, because she said, I would not have had the energy to even get out of bed, let alone go to work, come home and help homeschooling my kids. And she's like, I now have a new attitude of, I can do it. Yes. Yes. So here are some challenges that you might face. Wanting to quit. Hey, I understand. It happens. Life getting in the way. But how would it feel to be able to accomplish this, get to your optimal healthy weight, and the stress and emotional eating, if that's you? Stop the dieting and to prevent the weight regain, even while life is still going on. Yeah. To have those tools and techniques to help you when life gets stressful, to help you when you can't sleep, to help you when you're confused about what eating plan is right for you. Yeah. How would that feel? You're able to do this even with life, so it doesn't get in the way. Going back to old patterns or behavior, stress about cheating or not being perfect. These are some challenges that you might be actually facing right now, and I get it. I truly do. Your self-limiting beliefs. Yeah. Yeah. How would it feel to be able to have support and accountability in the midst of all these challenges? Yeah. Someone to help hold your hand along the way to help you through it. Yeah. Self-doubts, thinking you don't have the time. You'll do it when life settles down. I'm going to address this one just for a moment. Life will never, ever, ever settle down. Never. Life goes on. Yeah. Because just when you think you're on an even keel, a pandemic happens. A once in a lifetime pandemic happens, right? We all know 2020. Yeah. So do it even in the midst of life not settling down. Believe you can't do it. I can't do it. That you can't do it this time. Yeah. What if it doesn't work for me? Wanting a faster fix. So here are 2 ways for you to move forward. You can do it by yourself, absolutely. But then there's other pillars in place that you need to address: your stress, your sleep, your whole life recipe, your self-limiting beliefs, your mindset, your body legacy. You can absolutely do it by yourself, but you might find that it's just tiring. Yeah. Or taking way too longer. Way too much time. And being consistent is the number one struggle. I'm curious, How many times have you personally started a program and you didn't finish it? You stopped and you started. You stopped and you started. Yeah. Let's breathe into that one for a moment. Or you can lock arms with someone who has already proven to make it work in busy, everyday life. Yeah. How'd that feel? I want to go back to Brandy. Remember, she said, "Don't tell me what to eat, what not to eat," and she was a sugar addict, and she was able to easily lose 7 pounds. When I asked her if she felt like it was difficult, she was like, "No, that was actually pretty easy." She got so much more than weight loss, though. She got her vision. You see, Brandy has a huge, huge heart for the homeless population. And see, as a licensed clinical social worker, she worked hand in hand with this population. But see, there's an area in town called the Forest. And there's a huge homeless population that lives there in tents. But see, the forest is huge, huge landmass. And there's only a certain way that you can drive. Like you get to a certain point in the forest, you have to stop, get out of your car, and walk the rest of the way. And I asked her, "Brandy, what is it that you really want in life? What is it? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?" She said, "I want to have the stamina to go out and serve the homeless population here in town and not be out of breath, to actually walk the whole way there so that I can give them the services that they're eligible for, help sign them up, help give them food, give them water, clothing if they need it. But I just don't have the stamina. I get so easily out of breath and I'm not able to do it. I have to stop. And my coworker has to go the rest of the way because I can't physically do it." And I said, "Brandy, that is such a great vision. We have to get you that." So the working and these 3 pillars, she not only lost 7 pounds, she was able to hand out the food, hand out the water, and sign them up for services that they were eligible for. And she was so ecstatic when she got her vision. She said, "I was able to finally, the first time ever, get out of my car, carry what I needed to carry, walk all the way to where they lived in their tents, to give them food, to give them water, to sign them up for assistance." I'm getting tears in my eyes just remembering this because she was so excited. She got so much more than weight loss. She got her vision. So I am here to tell you, you too can have your you go girl moment. No matter what that vision is, no matter what you want in life, you can do it. But I'm here to tell you, it's not with dieting and depriving yourself. You have to address your whole life recipe, or you will inevitably gain the weight back. It might not take you 6 months, it might take you longer, but 95% of us women who go on a weight loss program gain it back within 6 months or less. It might take you a year. You might be one of the few it takes longer than that because you're not addressing your life. Women, your life is like a bowl of spaghetti, a bowl of noodles, a bowl of ramen. Take your pick. Because each noodle touches the other noodles that's in your bowl or on your plate. Your relationships, your stress, your sleep affects other facets of your life. Yes. What you eat affects other aspects of your life. Your weight affects other aspects of your life. Your mindset affects other aspects of your life. If you don't address each noodle in your life, you'll see little to no results. You'll gain the weight back. Yes. So let's address the 3 pillars so that you can have your You Go Girl moment just like Brandy did. By the way, so people who have a coach are 90% more successful than those who don't. Yes. 90% more successful than those who don't. So that's why I created Beyond the Fork Real Deal Weight Loss Program, which every woman I've mentioned tonight, all my clients are graduates of Beyond the Fork. I call it Beyond the Fork because it's so much more than what we eat. Real deal weight loss. You're going to implement the 3-pillar personalized weight loss method to lose weight and keep it off, because weight loss is more than what you eat and how much you move. It's a 6-month program that gives you the strategies to successfully get you to your optimal healthy weight for your unique body, for your unique life recipe, and keep it off. So go from burned out, exhausted, unhealthily overweight, and eating your emotions or stress eating to rejuvenated, energized at your optimal healthy weight for your body and feeling your feelings instead of eating them. You can shed the excess weight, especially the belly weight, because that's a stress issue right there. Belly weight is usually stress. Boost your energy, lower your stress, and burn the fat. Experience deeper sleep so you can balance the hunger hormones, enhance your body's ability to mobilize and excrete toxins and burn fat. Discover your fat burning foods, discover food sensitivities, create healthy habits that enliven you, decrease your cravings for unhealthy foods. Here is what it entails. You get a VIP kickoff call. It includes 2 one-on-one coaching calls a month. It's just you and me. You have action guides. You have my support and accountability. It's individualized and it's personalized. Because even though we deal with stress and sleep, your stress looks different than my stress. Yeah. What's going on in your life right now is not what's going on in my life. So it's personalized, it's individualized. You get weekly action guides, recipes, cheat sheets, research guides. There's also a monthly group coaching call. So you get 2 individualized call and then a monthly group coaching call. So you see that you truly are not alone. You get the 4 keys to end cravings masterclass. Yeah, so you can jump on those, ending the cravings. And you have email and text support Monday through Thursday. Anything comes up, you got an unexpected stressor in your life, boom, you got my support. You got bonuses. There is a VIP kickoff call. This is to help set you up for success, where we're going to get to the nitty gritty. What is currently going on in your life? What pillar do we need to work on first for you? What is the priority right now? That's what the VIP kickoff call is all about. You get bonuses. You get the Metabolism Jumpstart Rev Up the Weight Loss 14-day cleanse. This will truly, I like to call it a jumpstart, because it will truly get you to your personalized eating plan so much faster and so much more clearly. And it'll help you to get rid of those toxins and chemicals so that you can naturally release excess fat, because fat is a protective mechanism. This helped my client Mary Lou get over weight loss plateau and have so much energy. She's cleaning the house at 10 o'clock at night. And her husband's asking her, sweetie, what did you just take? He thought she was on something. We had a good chuckle about that. It's also a way to really, really quickly lose the belly fat. You also get the Sleep the Weight Off video course. Yes, these are extra strategies and tips that you get, as well as what I teach within the course itself. You get the Boundless Energy. So you get tips and strategies on how to immediately boost your energy. I got another bonus for you. Stress less, lose more. Tips and strategies that are not included in the program. These are additional. Learn how stress affects your health and weight. Easy techniques to get started lowering your stress. I highly recommend that you schedule a breakthrough session if you want to work with me. This session is also to see if we are a good fit to continue to work together, because it is possible. I'm here to tell you it is so possible. As I said, Nancy lost 15 pounds, Kathy 9. She also got over a weight loss plateau. And Danielle lost 25 pounds during the ish of 2020. Brandy lost 7 pounds. Susie 9 pounds. April was able to conceive and have a baby and more. That's just a handful of my clients. So, are you ready for results? Because during that breakthrough session, I'll help you develop a plan to get to your optimal healthy weight this year. A plan to break the chains of dieting and emotional and stress eating. A plan to help you go from burned out, exhausted, unhealthily overweight, and eating your feelings to rejuvenated, energized at your optimal healthy weight for your unique body and feeling your feelings and no longer eating them. During that time, it's also a way to see if we are a good fit to continue to work together. By the way, this session is complimentary, is free. And during the course of our time, I'm going to help you discover where potentially your roadblocks are based on your life recipe. You'll also leave the session with an individualized weight loss blueprint. Yours to keep, yours to use, even if we do not continue to work together. It's possible for you to have your you go girl moment. So I'm curious, where do you see yourself in 3 months? Where do you see yourself in 6 months? Where do you see yourself January 1st this coming year? Are you making another weight loss New Year's resolution? Are you trying yet another diet? Are you still sleep deprived? Are you frustrated, feeling alone, feeling like a failure, feeling disgusted with your body? Are you isolating yourself from social events because you just don't feel comfortable in the skin you're in? Or where will you be in 3 months, 6 months, or January 1st? Are you losing the weight? Are you slaying your day because you've got so much energy? Are you cleaning the house at 10 o'clock at night because you just don't know what to do with the energy you have? Are you waking up refreshed and energetic to start your day? Are you choosing foods that are in alignment with your goals because to do anything else just doesn't make sense to you? Are you keeping the weight off? Are you having your you go girl moment? Maybe you've gotten that promotion you've been wanting. Maybe you've started your own business because that's been a dream of yours, right? What is your life going to be 3 months, 6 months from now, January 1st? Are you no longer having to use the seatbelt extender when you fly? Are you having the energy to play with your kids, with your grandkids, with your fur babies? You too can have your you go girl moment. It would be my honor and privilege to support you in getting that because you deserve it. You are worth it. It is possible. To schedule your breakthrough session to see if it's a good fit to continue to work with me. And you will also get your individualized weight loss blueprint. So if you want to go from burned out, exhausted, unhealthily overweight, and eating your feelings to rejuvenated, energized, at your optimal healthy weight for your body, and no longer eating your feelings, hop on a call and to get your individual's weight loss program to see if it's a good fit to join the Beyond the Fork Real Deal Weight Loss Program.